We went into 2024 with some changes impacting Victoria's real estate, including BC's upcoming restrictions to short-term rentals and the Canadian Real Estate Association's changes to how exclusive listings are permitted to being marketed. My name is Ricky Lee with the North Pacific Homes Group, and I'm going to talk more broadly about what we're seeing in the market today and how it relates to the statistics for January 2024. Back in October of 2023, BC announced new legislation that would restrict short-term rentals starting May 1st of 2024. Under this legislation, short-term rentals are considered accommodations that are provided for less than 90 consecutive days, and understandably this came as a shock to many as short-term rentals or Airbnbs are quite common, especially in downtown Victoria and buildings with micro units. We did a video about this when the announcement first came out, but to provide a quick recap, the province's goal with this legislation is to improve affordability with the idea that short-term rental units will come onto the market either as long-term rentals or for sale. And it raised a number of concerns, one being how this may affect Victoria's tourism industry, the idea of whether or not the province should be restricting use of a property that was previously legal, and generally the actual benefit of this legislation when considering that short-term rentals were already regulated by strata corporations and condos. And of course, the big question was how this is going to impact condo prices in Victoria across the board. There are a lot of factors that influence prices, but at the end of January, the benchmark condo price was sitting at $559,000, which was a 4.5% decrease from October of 2023, when the benchmark price for condos was at $585,600. Looking at the stats for active listings in January, there were 535 active condo listings in the Victoria Real Estate Board as a whole, which was a 29% increase from this time last year. And more specifically, to date, on February 6th, there are 405 active condo listings in the Victoria core districts, which includes downtown Victoria and popular spots up the peninsula. It is noteworthy that active listings for all property types have been steadily increasing over the past year, with 2,140 total active listings at the end of January compared to 1,739 active listings at the same time last year. Speaking about the market as a whole now, Victoria's real estate market has gone through a stabilization period the past couple years following the intensity of the ultra-low interest rate market. There's more inventory for buyers to choose from, and it is most common for offers to be accepted with those standard subjects, including financing and home inspections, that were being foregone when the market was highly competitive. Overall, today's market is following seasonal patterns again. We did see that slowdown that is typical of the holiday season, with activity already starting to pick up in January. There were 341 properties sold at the end of January compared to 278 at the same time last year and 329 in December. Another characteristic of a balanced market is that it's more enjoyable for buyers and sellers to navigate, considering that when the market was experiencing those unsustainable price increases due to high competition and low inventory, most sellers were looking to buy in the same market that they sold in. This stability is certainly welcomed, and there's a lot of anticipation around the Bank of Canada's interest rate schedule for this year. They did announce a hold on January 24th of the policy rate at 5%, and the next announcement is coming up on March 6th. If interest rates do come down this year as they're predicted to, the market will be in a much better position with more buyers able to purchase, as there is quite a bit more active inventory than we were seeing when the interest rates were lower at that time of intense competition. The other topic I mentioned at the beginning of this video was CREA's change to public marketing tactics for exclusive listings. The change was pitched as a way to reinforce cooperation between realtors and reduce the number of sales happening before a property was posted to the MLS. Similarly to the homebuyer rescission period, it appears to be the result of conversations that happened during an exceptionally hot market, but what does it actually mean for consumers today? In order to advertise a property for sale, real estate agents need to have a contract signed with the owner of that property. There are two main contracts used in these scenarios: the multiple listing contract and the exclusive listing contract. Multiple listing contracts deal with properties posted to the MLS, and the MLS is what other websites such as Realtor.ca or our own website pull from in order to advertise properties on the market. The exclusive listing contract deals with properties that are not posted to the MLS. So this new rule from CREA states that as soon as a realtor engages in public marketing for an exclusive listing, that property must be posted to the MLS within 3 days. And public marketing in this case is considered one-to-many communication. Some examples of this is flyers, signage, posting to social media, or sending an email out to a distribution list. However, realtors can have one-to-one conversations advertising an exclusive listing without triggering this 3-day rule. There are some sellers who never want their home posted to the MLS, mainly for privacy reasons, and in that scenario, this new rule significantly reduces the marketing opportunities for the sale of their home, but it also impacts buyers who may never hear about the property being available as a result of this. More commonly, exclusive listings are used as a way to pre-market a home before it is ready for the MLS. The MLS does offer the highest amount of exposure for a listing, and for that reason, most sellers and their agents have full intention of posting the property to the MLS. In our business, we always have exclusive listing contracts signed, and that allows us to put the highest amount of energy into marketing our clients' homes from day one while we work towards that preferred MLS date. This, of course, is now affected by the new rule, but we are still operating this way with one-to-one conversations up until that 3-day out period. One of the biggest challenges here is going to be advertising for new builds, which are ideally marketed as exclusive listings until they are mostly complete with photos and media for the MLS. All in all, from our perspective, this isn't a win for consumers, but we're doing the best we can for our clients under the new circumstances. Thank you so much for tuning into this market update, and as always, if you have any questions, we love to hear from you and we appreciate your time. Thank you.